Hi, everybody. It's Bart Pocan, and it is great to be with all of you, I guess, virtually this year. We're not having our great pancakes unless you're having them at your home right now. It's not the normal event we have for the Stoughton area Dems, but I am really glad to be here with you. And this is such an amazingly important election on November 3rd. I know every time people say this is the most important election of our lifetime, truly believe this is the most important election of our lifetime. We have to elect Joe Biden, our next president, and we have to make sure that we restore some sanity to this country. I can tell you, after 7.5+ years now of serving in Congress, on behalf of the people of the Second District, this has been an enormously difficult time period for our country. First and foremost, I think Donald Trump has tried to do chaos across the board. He's tried to create chaos when it comes to the COVID virus. He refuses to have a national plan because he doesn't have a national plan and he hasn't taken this seriously. He doesn't advocate the use of masks, which we know are the single best thing that we can do to stop COVID. He still hasn't got the PPE, the personal protection equipment, and the testing supplies that we need to keep our testing up. And once again, in Wisconsin, we're short. We've been short for the last 6 months on things that anyone else would have clearly made sure that we have in our states. We have been so off on the messaging around COVID, talking about injecting disinfectants and talking about miracle cures and all the rest, but we haven't focused on the fundamentals, which is keeping people safe so that we can stop this virus. So the chaos created around that has created chaos around our economy. We've lost over 100,000 small businesses, including in our own community, due to COVID in the way it's been mishandled by the federal government. And that's had a huge impact on our economy. The stock market may be all right, but talk to people on Main Street and you'll see those businesses that are really hurting and the people who've had to close down and will be closing down because of how this country has so poorly handled the COVID virus. He has created chaos on things like racial tensions. We've never had anything like this under Barack Obama and Joe Biden or other Republican or Democratic presidents really beforehand. This is all created by the racial tension that Donald Trump thrives on and lives on and enjoys and fans the flames of some of his supporters. So this is something that we absolutely need new leadership to take care of. And Donald Trump has created chaos and disorder around things, even like the Postal Service. The mail that we get, the prescription drugs that veterans and seniors receive in the mail, the paychecks that people receive, the packages that small businesses rely on and to ship and to receive items. All of that has been in chaos because Donald Trump is trying to make it harder for people to be able to vote. He wants you to question whether or not your ballot will be counted for November 3rd. Well, we're not going to let him get away with that. In fact, I have a way that we can defeat Donald Trump twice in the coming months. First, we all request an absentee ballot right now. Get that absentee ballot if you haven't already requested it. When you receive it, which will be about 6 weeks out, fill it out right away. The candidates aren't going to change. And then either drop it in the mail, and that'll give it 5 weeks to show up. Or if you somehow still feel that because of Donald Trump you can't trust the Postal Service, you can drop it off at your city, village, or town hall. And that's just like voting. And some communities will have voting boxes. That'll be the same thing as showing up on Election Day. But get it done. Get your friends and your family and your coworkers to do the same thing. We don't want to wait until November 3rd because we don't know what could happen by November 3rd, especially with COVID. So get that ballot in and don't let him create the chaos that he's trying to, where he's picking his voters rather than the other way around. That's how we defeat him the first time. And then when we count those ballots on November 3rd, we'll defeat him the second time. But that's what we have to do. We have to help Democrats up and down the ballot in our county offices, our state legislative offices. We can't give a veto majority to the Republicans. So that's very important, and we're working on those. We have to take back the U.S. Senate. We have to hold the House, and we have to take the presidency. If we do that, we can finally bring civility and order and calmness back to everything. There's going to be a lot of work to get done, but I think we're up to it. And I'm looking forward to working with all of you on these races and making sure that we can, again, have adult leadership that care about the American people and not just members of Mar-a-Lago and their own family. We can do this. But we've got a lot of work to do in the next 2 months, in addition to voting early, to make sure then that we help get other people to vote early and vote on Election Day. So thanks so much for everything you're doing and you're going to do. And I look so forward to working with you side by side in the coming months. Thank you.